Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Janelle, and today I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up. So for May, it was an interesting reading month. I had my husband pick out my TBR, and it was a fun and chaotic time. I'll link the video down below. But he was very optimistic on what I'd be able to read in a month. So I'll just preface this by saying I didn't read all of them. As well as that, how the reading month went for me is, it was a really horrible month, but the books that I read were really, really good. Just, there's been a lot going on personally, and I didn't really have it in me to take in any content or sit down and enjoy a book. I didn't even want to. So whenever I did, it had to count, but thankfully I did really, really enjoy whatever I was reading. So, first of all, the first one I want to mention, which I didn't finish, I'm still currently reading, is The Phantom of the Opera, the Muppets edition. This one's just funny and goofy and like a parody of The Phantom of the Opera. It's not a page-turner in the sense where I know the story, I know what's happening, you know, I've read the book, seen the movie, watched the musical, I know the story. So it's more, what Muppet's going to be this character and how's this going to be phrased, and it's entertaining, so I'm enjoying flipping through it little by little. Then as well as that, like I said, I just didn't really want to take in much content, so I did read a few ebooks that I just had on my phone and I've had on there for a while. So the first one was Almost Midnight by Teresa McCarthy, which is the first in the Colorado Clearbooks series, and I quite enjoyed it. It's a contemporary romance surrounding a woman who is not having career luck and is hired to be a tutor for this young boy, and turns out she's already met his father, who is a single dad, and it goes from there. So it's very good. I quite liked it. I gave it 4 stars. Is the setting and how everything happens realistic? No. And typically I do like it to be in a contemporary romance, but it was still overall really enjoyable, and I flew through it. Then the next one was The One for Me by Rachel Hannah, which is the first in the January Cove series, and I also gave that one 4 stars. This one, I think the overall setting and how things happen is a lot more believable. It's dependent on good timing and luck and chance, as it were, but it just seemed more realistic. It follows our main female protagonist what has happened is throughout her childhood, teens, young adulthood, she let her parents push her in every major life decision she ever made, and they thought it was what was best, but she never went against or just focused on what she wanted and what she needed. And so we see her then as an adult dealing with the ramifications of that as a single mother, and nothing's gone right in her life. Then, as just really good timing and luck and chance would have it, she comes across someone from her past, and it goes from there. So both of these, I will say, are very endearing on the parent side of things. That the kids are really sweet, and it's just very heartwarming for both of those. But I do want to read the second book to this series because I did really enjoy it. Then from there, I read the first part. He wanted me to read the first part to A Pocket History of Northern Ireland. I'm glad it was just the first part because it's intense. It's not like it's a light, happy read. I do appreciate that it's non-biased, so it's just listing the facts as they happened, and they happened how they happened. But it's from the very beginning of the country's timeline, it's a country that was born from violence, so it's not a happy-go-lucky story, at least not at this point. So I found it very informative. I did really like it, and I'm looking forward to reading more, but it will more than likely be in small little snippets. So that was that one. Then, let me see, the first book I read this month was the sequel to Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and that is Tales from the Cafe by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I love this. I loved it. I may have enjoyed it more than the first, so I gave it 5 stars. I did do a review for it. I'll link it below. But it's the same idea, same formatting of the story, just different stories within it. So, yeah, I really recommend this one. It was great. And then I read, which I was a bit nervous for because it's that popular of a book. I'm like, oh, what if I hate it? but I didn't, and it was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. That wasn't intentional, but sure, it can be. Again, I did a review for this one, I'll link it below, and for the last book, same story. But I quite enjoyed this one. I love how Sally wrote the characters. Their emotions were so real. You feel what they're feeling. And yeah, I liked it. There's so many moments where you're almost just like yelling at them, like, no, like, talk to each other. You both want this. It is seen from the female protagonist's point of view, but like, you know how what's going on with the male protagonist as well. It's so sweet, it's so funny, it's very emotional, it's great. I wanted more. And I gave it 5 stars. You'll never look at strawberries the same, I can tell you that much. Then the last one that I read, well, I struggled to pick it up, was The Adventures of Tom Bombadil by J.R.R. Tolkien. So this is Tolkien's Middle-earth based poetry collection, mainly written by hobbits. It was really good. It was really endearing and just, yeah, fantastic. I really, I needed this. It's very special to me now. Like, it's also the last of the quartet that I read, but I read it at a point where I really needed something that just I could get immersed in and I could have fun with and giggle with and just really appreciate the flow of writing, and it wasn't like too like intensive or anything. So I did quite like it. I have a few favorite poems which I talk about, and I've also done a video that will be coming out for basically a breakdown of the 4 books in the Tolkien Treasury and where to start and what my thoughts are. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, I hope your guys' May was fantastic, and let me know what your favorite book that you read this month was. I'm really looking forward to June. I'm looking forward to the books I've got to read in June. I'm starting to try to get myself all hyped and pepped about it again. If there's any video ideas you have of things you'd like to see, please let me know, because I don't really want to get into a set routine of, like, vlog, review, TBR, vlog, review, I'd like different things to be smattered in. I didn't really vlog in May because I wasn't really reading that much. There was big gaps in between me reading, so there wasn't much to talk about. But I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into it and just breathing again in June. That's my hope. Breathing and joy. That's it. So yeah, I hope you had a great month, and like I said, let me know what you love that you're reading, what you're looking forward to reading, and if you want to like, comment, subscribe, I'd really appreciate that, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.